Hey class, let me explain these two important things using a video. The first thing I would like to say is, well, although I said total and I used total to refer to this row 6, right? But however, there are 3 cells in this case. The 3 cells I highlighted here, unit cost, unit retail, and markup in percentage. These 3 cells in the total row, they are not actually calculating the total, but rather they are the average. So let me explain. I said in class, it does not make sense for us to calculate a total unit cost. We have 4 styles here, 4 different styles of shirts. And if we would like to know what is the average unit cost, regardless of the styles in the store, I may take the total cost over the quantity to get the average. So here I said, well, we are not calculating the total, but rather average. Well, it applies to the unit retail as well. If I know what's the total retail, if I know the total, I can generate from selling those shirts. And I know the total quantity, 93 items. I may use this to total retail over the total quantity to get the average unit price. And one more, it is the average markup in percentage. Well, I said in class, for percentages, we usually go by definition. The definition of markup in percentage is the markup in dollars over the markup in retail. So this is what I did. I put total markup in dollars. Here, $1,548 over the total retail price. Here, $2,988 to get the markup in percentage. And although this is a cell located in the total row, it is not actually the total markup in percentage. It is more of an average markup in percentage. Okay. The second concept I would like to focus on today is the conditional formatting. Well, I have one cell highlighted here using conditional formatting. If I would like to check what I did, I go to the conditional formatting, scroll down, and choose Manage Rules. For here, you may not see anything because this is current selection. The cell I used does not have any rules applied. To check all rules, I will have to choose this worksheet. So here, well, the rule I applied was the bottom one, say the top, or not the top, the bottom, right? And the format I used was an orange font color and a border line. Applied to, this is the range, from H2 to H5. I do want to say that this is not the rule I want. I want to see the top instead of the bottom, right? So let me edit the rule and change the bottom to top. One thing I also have to say is this is not the percentage we are trying to look for. In this case, we just want the top 1 item instead of the top 1 percentage, right? If you have thousands of cases and you would like to see the 1%, that's 10 items. But if you just want to see the top 1, that's 1 item. Let me click on OK. and do OK again. You will see now the first one, the white shirts, are highlighted because white shirts has the highest markup in percentage. Then what if I would like to know which style has a markup in percentage that is higher than the average? In this case, I am not looking at the top, but more than average. And again, we've calculated the average. The average is 50%, 50.81%. So the rule does not apply anymore. I can delete or edit. Let me choose delete this time. Okay, and do OK. Now I am about to apply a new rule. Let me go to the top, conditional formatting. We are not going to do top or bottom this time, right? Although this is our average, we are not trying to calculate the average of those 4 cells, but rather we have a average markup in percentage. That's a number we know. So we go to highlight rules, choose greater than. Okay. Greater than a value. We can use a exact value or a cell reference. In this case, obviously what we would like to know is whatever the value is inside the cell H6. So I would rather use a cell reference H6. And I can customize the format again. Maybe I would like to use the font color in red, background color in green. And let me do OK. So it results that there are 3 styles: white shirts, Oxford shirts, and knit shirts. They all have higher markup percentage values than the average. Okay. If I go to check manage rules and check this worksheet, this is the only rule I applied. I would like to see whether the cell values of those 4 cells, well, is larger than H6, the value for the average markup.